To the new Meadowlands Stadium we go. First game of the home field for the Giants. It would be an up-and-down game for Eli Manning and the New York offense. Opening Giants possession, 2nd and 18 from their own 36. Looking for Hakeem Nicks, who would have a monster game, but this one is intercepted by Charles Godfrey, one of 6 tipped Giant passes in the game.
And one of 3 interceptions that Eli threw today.
That's so good. Giants trailing now 3-0.
Interception on Eli's fault.
He also had 3 touchdowns, which we'll get to.
Just a little bit behind.
Just a little bit.
After the sack, looking for Mario Manningham.
Keep your helmet on, Eli.
Actually, the sack right there. Dan Connor gets to him. As I said, would be an up-and-down day for Tom Coughlin's quarterback. A couple of plays later.
You couldn't tell whether they were winning by 40 or losing by 40.
That's Tom's look.
Same look.
That's his look.
There's Hakeem Nicks in between a corner and a safety.
Manningham there, actually. Looking good. Michigan having a big day yesterday.
They've got some good young wide receivers
coming in doing
now.
a good job.
Nicks did get both feet down, ruled a catch.
There you go. There's the Nicks touchdown.
There's the Nicks touchdown. 19 yards out, and the Giants led 14-9. 45-yard return set up the Panthers in Giants territory. Matt Moore. But actually, this is Eli Manning. I think that's Hakeem Nicks again.
We can't stop getting enough of that. That's a good combination, a good connection. And that is a good catch as well.
Outstanding. Tom still,
down to up 400. It doesn't matter. He's got the same scowl on his face.
Eli dropping back on more Nicks. How about it?
We saw glimpses of this last year.
Yes, we did.
Nicks was a solid receiver, a big play receiver.
Love the receiving core of the New York Giants. Now, Matt Moore, on the other hand, Steve Smith showed up to play.
It's 10 yards and a Carolina first down. A couple of plays later, 9 seconds left. Moore over the middle to Steve Smith.
Nice.
19-yard touch.
Those are about the only highlights you're really going to see. Matt Moore, 14 of 33, 182 yards, and 3 picks.
Smith, though, 5 catches, 75 yards. Moving into the third quarter, the second half really owned by Eli Manning and the Giants. Looking for Mario Manningham.
You got Steve Smith. There's a Steve Smith that also plays for the Giants. You have Mario Manningham and you have Hakeem Nicks. You have a nice group of receivers that can threaten all levels of the field.
Play action, Manning to Hakeem Nicks. Plenty of time.
Look at that time.
That's Nicks' 3rd touchdown of the game. He had 4 catches for 75 yards. 24-16, New York. Fourth quarter.
4 catches, 3 of them.
Is this the new star running back for the New York Giants?
Ahmad Bradshaw out of the backfield, 16 yards.
Bradshaw had a big day.
76 yards rushing as well.
A couple of plays later, New York facing 1st and 10 from the Carolina 40. Bradshaw bursting up the middle, 39 yards, almost for the 6, but down to the 1-yard line.
Maybe there is a change in thinking with Tom Coughlin and the Giants. Bradshaw with 20 attempts, Brandon Jacobs only 12. I don't know if Jacobs was banged up or not, but they gave Bradshaw an opportunity to run with it.
I think you can expect to see more of this.
Manning Bowl 2 in Indianapolis. And Eli trying to catch up, but to Big Brother, these two teams met back in 2006 with the Colts beating the Giants. Eli, Archie and Olivia there enjoying the action, and Peyton to Reggie Wayne for 13 yards. Colts were embarrassed, Coach, in week 1. Came out determined.
They were, and they wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. They go right down the field with their opening script like nobody's business.
Donald Brown, 11 yards there, and Brown does it again, Michael.
Yeah, when you see this, when the coach is throwing the ball like Payton was throwing the ball and running the ball like this, it is, get this, impossible to stop this offense.
Donald Brown with 69 yards on the ground. Colts on top, 7-0. How about Jones at the 5?
Just when you count him out, that 1-2 step, he does it like no other.
3 plays later on the play action, they were running so well, this was bound to work.
Yeah, if you see nickel defense or 6-man front, Peyton will run the football, and this play action stuff is always dynamite for them down the field.
50 yards to Dallas Clark, 14-0. Eli Manning coming back, looking for Steve Smith. Antoine Bethea is there, and Gerard Powers comes up with the pick.
Eli's trying to be like Big Brother, says, let me go deep, I can do this too. And Indy's defense said, they've been on us all week. No way, buddy, not today.
Giants threw a challenge flag because they wanted Powers to be marked down by contact. But as you see here, the ball goes off Smith and Bethea and right into the hands of Powers, and he was not touched, so the play stood and led to a Colts field goal. All right, Giants get it back down 17-0. Robert Mathis is there.
Yeah, John Tierling's guys are lathered up for this game, and they are rushing the passer. You got guys coming off both edges, Dwight Freeney and Mathis.
Mathis had a sack. Freeney had 2. The fumble there, recovered by Eric Foster. 31 seconds left in the half. And there's a team in the National Football League run the 2-minute drill better than the Indianapolis
Nobody
Colts.
does. He's good with timeouts and spiking the ball when they have to, mixing run and pass, and just good clock management all the way around.
And then finally, 14 seconds left. Austin Collie had a great rookie season a year ago. Colts on top 24-0.
Just keep finding players. Austin Carley, Pierre Couture, everybody. Just hey, going to throw it. It's easy to catch. Just hold on to the ball. Hold on.
Third quarter here, it's Ahmad Bradshaw picking up 11 yards.
It's no quitting this little guy. I love his toughness, his feistiness, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield.
And Manning now steps up, and he finds Mario Manningham, and this is what Giant fans expected to see more of.
Yeah, we saw this last year quite a bit. Eli throwing the ball down the field. He's got a good group of receivers, too. They just didn't show up as often today.
All right, Brandon Jacobs, out of frustration, tried to slam his helmet down, but it ended up going up about 10 rows into the stands. The fans there didn't want to give it up. And by the way, Jacobs didn't get back into the game.
Yeah, give him his helmet. It's not like a foul ball. You can't keep a man's helmet.
It's a helmet.
Helmet, man.
With the strip, the sack, Fili Muala with the recovery and the touchdown. Colts bounce back in a big way. They win at 38-14.
Couple of 1-1 teams getting together. The Giants, 7 turnovers on the season, need to protect the football. Opening possession, 4th play of their drive, Eli Manning, his pass bounces off of Hakeem Nicks, intercepted by Sinderick Marks. That would lead to a Titans field goal, putting them up 3-0. Ensuing Giants possession, wacky play. Eli Manning escapes the pressure, tries to loft it into the end zone, bounces around, intercepted by Jason McCourty of Tennessee. Take another look. Eli escapes the rush, tries to left-hand it into the end zone. Bad idea. It is bounced around, intercepted. 9 turnovers on the season for the Giants. They would have 3 in the game, 10 the worst in the NFL. When they're not committing turnovers, they're getting sacked. Eli Manning brought down by Dave Ball. Giants missed the field goal. And after a Chris Johnson touchdown run, they were trailing 10-3 when Manning finds Manningham for a gain of 20. He keeps his feet in bounds. Nice pickup and catch. Very next play, the give is to Ahmad Bradshaw, walking into the end zone for a Giants TD that would tie the game at 10. That would be the halftime score. Giants got away with a holding call on the play. Manningham grabs a hold of Cortland Finnegan, creates the easy touchdown. Jeff Fisher not happy. He's got his eyes on the refs after that. Giants in the hole, 3rd and 10 from their own 1-yard line. Manningham trying to get them out of it with the grab. A 43-yard pickup for Mario Manningham, but wait a second, laundry on the field. An illegal chop block is called on Ahmad Bradshaw. He tries to get down, he undercuts Tony Brown. The penalty was enforced in the end zone and ruled a safety, giving the Titans a 12-10 lead. On their ensuing drive, a 1st and 10, Vince Young finds Kenny Britt over the middle, the second-year receiver busy in the game. 5 plays later, Vince Young looking back in the end zone. Nice grab, skying. Kenny Britt comes down with the touchdown catch, his first of the year. That puts Tennessee up 19-10. Giants trailing now 22-10. Eli Manning throwing incomplete for Hakeem Nicks. Flag down on the play. Kareem McKenzie getting into it, shoving Jason Babin in the back, called for unnecessary roughness. 11 penalties for the Giants in the game, including 4 personal fouls. 2 plays later, it's a 4th and 14. Manning throwing for Hakeem Nicks into a lot of traffic. Incomplete, a microcosm of the Giants' day. Ensuing Titans drive, Chris Johnson bounces it to the left side, going up the sideline. He is finally pushed out of bounds, but he picked up 42 yards on the play down to the 22. 2 plays later, the easy touchdown for Chris Johnson. 32 carries, 125 yards, 2 TDs for CJ. Titans win it 29-10.
The new Meadowlands Stadium just wrapping up between the Bears and Giants and Eli Manning.
Watch out.
Cutler.
He don't know what's about to happen.
Well, we're supposed to be the featured quarterbacks in this one.
Get rid of it.
Not for Cutler. Picked off by Terrell Thomas right there, Dion.
Bad read right here, Coach. Cover 2. He's staring the receiver down, never seeing the cornerback squat. He has flats and contain, throws it right to him.
The Giants ended up missing a field goal, so they didn't capitalize on the turnover.
Here it comes.
But they capitalized on Jay Cutler. O.C. Humaniora tracks him down, Coach.
Yeah, it's been a protection problem really all night now. You're helping with tight ends, you're max protecting, but we're holding on to the football a little bit too long in the backfield.
We're not holding on. Jay Cutler is holding on.
Humaniora gets him for the second time. On the sack, the strip, and the fumble, Deion Grant recovers. Nine times.
That's a first half.
It's the most in 20 years since they started keeping that stat. But the Giants losing it as well. Peppers with pressure. Byron Urlacher with the fumble recovery.
Well, Pepper's everywhere on the football field for the Chicago Bears.
Get rid of it. Oh, hold
Aaron Ross. And pay attention to that the flip at the end.
Let me see.
Because Cutler's head bounces off the turf.
Oh, come on.
A little bit there, Deion. So end of the first half.
Man, dude.
And he did not return.
Yeah.
So Cutler was done. Ahmad Bradshaw just heating up. 13 yards to the 47.
It means something. You make one guy a starter, stop thinking all that thunder and lightning, and make everybody else after him mad.
Next play, Manning to Travis Beckham. 25 yards to the 28. And on the 7th play of the drive, the very next play, it is Bradshaw.
Nice football.
He's running hard, too, buddy. He's saying when he's running, Jacobs, you're never coming in the game again.
But he did, Michael. He did. Inside the 5 there.
It's a setup, Fran.
Big man. Bradshaw.
Pound it in there.
And watch him move the crowd.
Oh, that Bradshaw. Now he's saying, Jacob, you come and get my
He's
slot.
running like his contract year.
All right, the Giants on top, 10-0. All right, Todd Collins in for quarterback for the injured Jay Cutler. He's looking for Greg Olson. Deion Grant right there.
That's why he called the third stringer.
Like, man, I wasn't bothering anybody. I was at home, minding my own business, and you going to put me in this game?
Here come the Giants. Manning dumps it off to Bradshaw. I tell you what, this young man are running hard in 2010.
He's taking that over. He is the bell cow now for this. There's no more earth, wind, and fire. This guy is the main back, and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, that's why Brandon got in the game.
So Bradshaw had to take a breather there on the injury, and Bradshaw, Jacobs fumbles the ball. Chris Harris recovers. And Tom Coughlin on fire.
The thing ugly, boy.
And led to a Bears field goal, 10-3 now. Here come the Giants again. Bradshaw back in the game. Nice. And Bradshaw
put it away.
Put it in the end zone.
That's a good strip. The Bears do this as well as anybody, but Brad Bradshaw's got to know that somebody's chasing me from behind.
Yeah, that's a good, tough play right there.
Great job by Zach Bowman right there to strip it and end up with the fumble recovery. But the Bears couldn't do anything with it. So Giants get it right back. Nice pass, and Hakeem Nicks had a huge night.
Way to locate the football, even though the DB didn't look up. Hakeem Nicks locates the football, makes the play.
And Brandon Jacobs trying to make amends.
Yeah. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Look, he doesn't even look happy for the touchdown. Get off of me, man. I'm sick of this mess. It's problems right there in New York.
Meanwhile, down here, the Gulf in the Lone Star State, Gary Kubiak trying to get off to the best start in Texas history. They've never started 4-1. Tom Coughlin's Giants trying to show it wasn't a fluke against the Bears last week. And Ahmad Bradshaw,
I love this
things done on the first drive for the Giants.
Yeah, he's proven to be their home run hitter, their inside runner, their durable guy, all of it.
23-yard gain there. It was the second possession of the game. 5 plays later, Hakeem Nicks leading to the pylon, and that's a touchdown. And the Giants score first, draw first blood. It's 7-0. New York. Next possession for the Texans, Matt Schaub thrown into that teeth of the Giants defense that harassed Jay Cutler last week, and that is a pick by Corey Webster jumping the route right in front of Andre Johnson, who was active. And then the Giants go right back to Hakeem Nicks. This guy just basically scores touchdowns.
Yeah, he's got a good chemistry going on with Eli now. They trust each other, and he's going to feed him the ball. He's got some speed for a big man, too.
What we bet you guys just put on the screen?
Just dive for the pylon.
I thought I just saw me. I was looking at Hakeem Nicks and I saw me.
No, it's because he's a primetime candidate.
Oh, okay.
Brandon Jacobs would get the touchdown that Nicks didn't get because he didn't dive for the end zone, and then they kept just going. Ron Manning, Hakeem Nicks.
This guy can run routes. He's a deep threat. He can run routes.
I even lost my place in the shot sheet, I'll be very honest with you. Just say he throws it at Hakeem Nicks.
Just keep throwing it to him.
I don't blame you. He's working.
Yeah. Who do you throw it to?
It's working.
Well, why not? There it is.
Yeah.
Wide open. Somebody got covered.
4 catches on the drive that the Giants took a 21-0 lead.
Yeah, the underneath coverage now bites up on somebody, and in the back of the end zone, he's all alone.
That's Bernard Pollard doing the biting. Hakeem Nicks, 12 receptions, 130 yards, career highs for both. 24-3 Giants up at the half, and the defense was teeing off on Matt Schaub. OSU Manure strips Matt Schaub and Justin Tuck. $5 footlong man jumps on top of it. Next possession.
We saw this last week now against the Bears where they sacked him 9 times in just the first half.
Fourth quarter, Schaub tries to shovel it. Chris Canty shoves it right back at Schaub. Texans, 13 sacks for the Giants over the last 2 weeks, 3 against the Texans. The Giants, after that last sack we saw by Canty, or last play, here's Steve Smith.
Yeah, get him involved.
Eli Manning, number 10 on 10-10-10, was 27 of 42 and almost 300 yards. Here's OC with Kara Henderson after.
We just got to keep on building. Obviously, last week was a great game for us. It was a great day, and I think we built upon that today. We still have a lot of work to do, though. Next week, Detroit, we have a good team, and we're just going to go in there. We're going to play to the best of our abilities.
There's a good feeling. We hadn't won 2 in a row in a while, so it's good to get that back going, get a little winning streak going, and hopefully we'll take that for a few more weeks. But we got a tough road, and we got to keep working, keep grinding out, and have great weeks of practice, and our preparation needs to be great, and then go out there and just play hard.
Game on the road as a Lions coach.
It ain't easy.
Minus 24.
And trying to get across that line in the New Meadowlands against the surging Giants team. This game was tied at 7 shortly before halftime when Manning finds Manningham. And that's the 20,000-yard mark for Manning's career on that drive he passed. So it's 14-7 Giants up, but there was enough time left for Sean Hill to break his arm.
Yeah, this is a shame. This is a shame because he's been playing very, very well for the Lions. Now you're going to have Drew Stanton, the youngster.
Because Matthew Stafford still isn't ready. He was the 3rd emergency quarterback on this day, and they didn't break that emergency glass on Sunday. Third quarter, Lions down 14-10, and here's Drew Stanton. Look out below. It's the Justin Tuck rule right there as he jumps on the loose ball, does Justin Tuck. That led to another Eli Manning touchdown pass as OC is fired up, coming off the edge, stripping the ball for Tuck to recover. So it's 21-10, and just when you thought it was over, that's when Stanton finds Calvin Johnson, who's gone.
Yeah, sooner or later, you get the guy, the ball, he's 6'5", he held it up.
He held it up. You know, a few weeks ago, I picked this guy as the 2nd best receiver in the league right now, and he's showing that he is just that.
Behind who?
Behind the other Johnson.
The other Johnson. The other one, right? So it's 21-17 with 5 minutes to go, and Nate Burleson with an 8-yard gain. But the Giants think they have the football. Deion Grant comes out with it, and the ball does come loose before his knees hit the ground.
Yeah, that's out.
And that's a big turnover because the Lions were driving, and in the first play after getting the ball on, Bradshaw pops one free for 45 yards. Bradshaw had 133 yards on 19 carries, his 22nd carry of 10 or more yards, which leads the NFL this season. The Giants score and go up by 8. Drew Stanton, however, has a minute 15 left to try and make something happen. Maybe get in the end zone, maybe get 2 points. No timeouts for the Lions, and Stanton scrambles for 20 yards. 4 plays later, at the Giants' 38, Stanton is picked.
Little bit high on the throw. Good decision to go to Pettigrew. Little bit high.
Pettigrew should have had that ball.
Catch that thing.
Catchable ball. Real high, like you said, Coach, but a very catchable ball.
They need all the help they can get.
Yes, no doubt about it.
1-5. Let's show you the complete game highlights. Cowboys looking to avoid that 1-5 start. And the Giants looking to separate themselves from the pack in the NFC East. Opening New York possession, Eli Manning trying to find Steve Smith, picked off by Terrence Newman. And guys, at this point, Dallas had the juices flowing. They looked good. A short field as Newman returns it 30 yards all the way to the Giants' 5-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like they were off to the start they needed to be off to in order to win a game finally.
Cowboys taking advantage. Tony Romo finding Jason Witten for the 4-yard strike, and the Cowboys in business with the early 7-0 lead. Not even 90 seconds having elapsed off the clock. Ensuing Giants possession. Eli Manning's pass intended for Hakeem Nicks. Picked off Gerald Sensabaugh at the Giants' 26. Sensabaugh returns it 8 yards to the 18-yard line. And Wade Phillips is like, oh, yeah, got it going on. Dallas fans were revved up. The building was nice and loud. 10-0 Dallas at this point. But then the Giants starting to show some life. Boy, as quickly as Dallas built up their lead, it was that quick that the Giants struck back.
Yeah, remember, it was 10-0. They got the second interception. They only got a field goal out of it to make it 10-0, and the Giants strike back. There's Hakeem Nicks catching the touchdown pass from Eli Manning.
7-yard scoring strike, 10-7 Dallas after one. Second quarter, 3 possessions later for Dallas after recovering a Brandon Jacobs fumble. Romo to Miles Austin for the 14-yard gain to the 29-yard line. Romo, however, would go down on this play. As we'll take another look. Romo driven into the ground by Michael Boley.
There's nothing illegal about it. He got there in the proper time, took him down, and Tony Romo, unfortunately, the brunt of the ball on his left shoulder.
Well, and you know, the problem here is the fullback, Chris Gronkowski. This is a simple blocking assignment. He is responsible for Michael Boley, whether he comes inside or outside. He doesn't look at him, and he lets him come right through the B gap. That's the gap between the center or the guard and the tackle. And there's your franchise quarterback walking through the bar into the locker room.
Not the sight that the Cowboys fans were hoping. A fractured left clavicle. Romo certainly would not return. So John Kitna would replace him. Giants punting on their ensuing possession. Matt Dodds to Dez Bryant. And the rookie would have a big night, despite the fact that it was a tough night for the Cowboys. Bryant from the 7 takes it 93 yards to the house. Second punt return for the touchdown of the season in Cowboys history. Second longest, I should say, in Dallas history. So the Cowboys up 20-7. Giants ensuing possession. Manning deep to Steve Smith, who makes the catch in between Newman and sends the ball 32 yards.
Look at him go up and high point it, Jim, and take it away from the 2 defensive backs.
Take another look here as Manning 3 plays later. 7th play of the drive. Manning finds Nicks for the 8-yard touchdown. Nicks' 3rd career multi-touchdown game. Giants cutting the deficit to 20-14. Here was Ahmad Bradshaw, 22-yard pickup down to the Dallas 22-yard line with about 2 and change left in the second. 3 plays later, 6th play of the drive, 2nd and short. Manning to Steve Smith for the 14-yard strike. And the New York Giants, just like that, coming back to take a 1-point lead. Start of the 3rd quarter, Tony Romo in street clothes for the rest of the night. A fractured left clavicle. So John Kitna, the man who had not taken a snap in a regular season game since 2008, taking over the reins. 3rd quarter, 1st and 10. Kitna's pass batted down by Justin Tuck. 2 plays later, 3rd and 8. Kitna's pass intended for Witten is incomplete. The Cowboys forced the punt.
Momentum totally shot from that 20-7 start. The Giants now steadily in control.
Ensuing Giants possession. Manning to Mario Manningham makes the nice little cut. Gets a nice block by Chris Snee to free himself. 25-yard touchdown. Manning's 4th career game with 4 touchdowns.
You could talk about Tony Romo being out, but how about how disappointing the Dallas defense was tonight?
Couldn't get any stops at any point in this game. Ensuing Dallas possession, Kitna overthrows Dez Bryant. Cowboys did not convert a 3rd down through 3 quarters as Kitna is booed off the field. Ensuing Giants possession, 2nd and 15. Manning finds Hakeem Nicks 20 yards to the 30-yard line. Next play, 1st and 10 from the Cowboys 30. Jacobs 30 yards inside the 20, barreling his way into the end zone. No one bringing Jacobs down to the field as the Giants extend their lead to 38-20. 31 unanswered points at that point. Wade Phillips can't believe what he's seeing as the Giants would stave off a late little Dallas rally. 41-35 is your final score on Monday Night Football. Eli Manning, 4 pass touchdowns. That ties his career high. Did throw 3 interceptions in the game, but the New York Giants off to a 5-2 start. The Dallas Cowboys a miserable 1-5.
Atop the NFC East, Eli Manning in the Pacific Northwest. Charlie Whitehurst getting the start for the injured Matt Hasselbeck. And it didn't help that the Giants jumped out early. Ahmad Bradshaw, 2nd possession of the game. Bradshaw, 1st of his 2 touchdowns on the day. Next Giants possession, because they kept getting the ball back with Whitehurst struggling. Manning to Hakeem.
I believe in Eli.
This is how you shut that crowd up. The 12th man up there is brutal, but boy, you score some points early, you make them sit down and watch.
12th man left in the 2nd quarter.
Nicks had 128 yards receiving that 1 touchdown, and then Steve Smith getting in on the act. It's 28-0. The Giants are up. Next possession, Kevin Boss. The Giants up 35-0 at half, put a 40-burger on the NFC West leaders, still at 4-4. Tied with the St. Louis Rams, mind you, out there in the West. In the East, the Giants have a game lead on the Eagles, who have yet to play yet this year. A 2-game lead over the Redskins, and we won't mention that last team.
Jason Garrett with his first game as the Cowboys interim head coach. Cowboys down 3-0. John Kitna, Bryant.
Does anybody need to say anything when you watch this guy go? He goes up for a football.
Nice follow through, Jason Garrett.
All receivers, look at this.
It was ruled incomplete. There you saw Jason Garrett with the challenge flag, but no doubt that was a touchdown. It was overturned. Extra point was blocked. Cowboys on top 6-3. Second quarter, Terrence Newman and Mike Jenkins shaken up. So it's a 9-3. Eli Manning looking for Hakeem Nicks. Brian McCann, the backup. He's in, and he's gone.
Trips away, corner. You got to know there's an inside route coming. This young fella had his notebook and his notepad, and he studied this Giants offense. Great play, young fella.
101 yards on the pick for the touchdown. Cowboys up 16-3. They led 19-6 at the break. Third quarter, lights out.
Everybody shot.
But play continuing here at the New Meadowlands Stadium. So a 3rd and 10. Lights kind of halfway out. And it's John Kitna dumping it off to Felix Jones.
The lineman out front.
Lights out and the Giants got sleepy.
And then watch the speed.
He is just simply faster than everybody else. Roy Williams gets in the way. Escort him into the end zone.
If he's fast, Roy's pretty fast, too.
100-meter champion.
71 yards right there. Jason Garrett all smiles.
What year?
And the Giants defense trying to figure out what the issues are. All right, so here come the Giants now, and it's Manning to Hakeem Nicks.
Oh, it's another
big giant hits.
Another beast of a guy, man. Natural receiver. No matter
all
where
in the
you
number,
throw the
Mike.
football,
All these 88s running around.
That they know to wear 88, so I can say what he looks just like Mike.
Newman credit for coming back in the game.
The game was delayed another 12 minutes because a transformer blew. And now once the game continues, it's Manning to Mario Manningham. So the Giants are down 26-13. You kept having this feeling, okay, here come the Giants. Yeah. But then the Cowboys would turn it up. Kick that Roy Williams.
Give him credit, Mike. He's been balling and he's been consistent.
And remember, they played together in Detroit. On the very next play, it's Kitna to Miles Austin. Bang! Ooh, 24 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, post corner, post Miles Austin, man. What a route and a throw by John Kitna.
33-13. Giants defensive coordinator
like I'm calling everything. What can I do?
Tom Coughlin having words.
Wait for him. What can I do?
Can't tackle for him.
Giants coming back. It's Manning to Kevin Boss, who's
wide open. Go to the pylon. Yeah.
How do you get that open in the NFL, Coach?
You got a busted coverage.
33-20. So you say, okay, all right, Giants starting to come back. Fourth quarter. 4th and inches at the 42. Brandon Jacobs is
no, sir. Now, here is where you see the difference with Jason Garrett walked on there and Wade Phillips. That was energy from the Cowboys.
And Kitna rolls right, looking for Des Bryant, but Deion Grant is there.
I understand, kid, that Des Bryant was having a great game. You want to give him an opportunity, but that was a bad decision.
All right, 2nd and 5 now for the Giants. Manning to Hakeem Nicks, who's in for the touchdown, 48 yards, but there's a penalty on the play.
They were battling each other. Hakeem Nicks and my man Des Bryant. It was the battle of the 88s.
And Kevin Booth called for holding right there. They're going to call that
every time.
That's
a single leg takedown.
That's an arm drag takedown in wrestling.
And even though the ball was gone, the flag still came out. 2nd and 15 now. Bad snap from Seibert, and Manning can't squeeze it. Anthony Spencer there for the recovery. And so the Cowboys looking to ice it right now. David Beeler on from 35 yards away to put this one in the
wanted to make it a 3-possession game. No, wide to the right.
And Jason Garrett still smiling, clapping. All right, Giants now. And it's Manning to Mario Manningham for a 5-yard gain. And Terrence Newman and Gerald Sensabaugh yelling at each other after the play. Teammates had to break them up, so the Cowboys were forced to use the timeout.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. I want some fire. No matter where it's going and where it's headed, just give up fire.
There it is right there. Eli Manning able to get away. And he finds Bradshaw gets away.
Bad boy right there, Bradshaw, man. Just runs so hard when he gets the football in his hands. He inspires everybody that's watching.
3rd and 10 now. Manning looking for Manningham.
Great play.
Picked off by Allen Ball.
He anticipated this. He was looking at Eli all the way, and Eli was eyeballing his receiver.
33 out of 48, 373 yards for Peyton Manning Cowboys. So they win it at home. Let's take you to the link. And Eli Manning.
I believe in you, Eli.
And Michael Vick.
I believe in him a little more.
Michael Vick coming off the best performance of the year, hands down. And Vick keeps it himself and gets outside.
He's the fastest man on the field. Lost contain, and away he goes.
Eagles on top, 7-0. Second quarter, it's 10-3. Eli Manning looking for Hakeem Nicks. But Asante Samuel was there.
He's the best off corner in the NFL today. The best, hands down. Off coverage, he is it.
His 35th pick since 06, most in NFL history in a 5-year span. And, Coach, the Eagles had a bunch of missed opportunities. This could have been ugly.
Yeah, and Mike threw off balance, and he threw a perfect strike in the back. You just got to catch that. That's one of those things. You'd love to have it back. Wide open.
What a great design play.
I led to a David Akers field goal, but then on the next Eagles possession, David Akers from 42 yards away, and it's blocked. And how frustrating, Michael, is this when you feel like you're dominating a game, but the scoreboard doesn't show it?
And especially when you're playing a team like the Giants, everything counts, every point counts. You go over to those guys with special teams and say, man, we got to make that work.
An extremely scary moment here in this game as Ellis Hobbs is hit by Dave Tolson in the head, and Hobbs lay motionless for 10 minutes.
We talk a lot about helmet-to-helmet hits, but this is when you're tackling a ball carrier. It's perfectly legal, but obviously dangerous. Hopefully he'll be
X-rays were negative on his neck, and he apparently walked out of the X-ray room. So what we want to hear. Eli Manning looking for Mario Manningham. Quentin Michael called for pass interference, so it set the Giants up on the Eagles' 2-yard line. And Manning now to Travis Beckham. The 2-yard touchdown strike. All right, so the Eagles now within 6, 16-10.
Yeah, Manning does a great job bringing his team right back down and getting the score. It just shows up every time and every week.
Giants tried to force Michael Vick to his right all night long. Here, though, Justin Tuck able to strip Vick for Vick's first turnover of the season.
He's been terrific in taking care of the football. We just got to strip from behind. That's going to happen on occasion.
So here comes Eli Manning. And this play, very well designed. Back to the other way to Brandon Jacobs.
They said you did this to Washington last week. We shall serve you the food you served them this week.
First and goal now, and it's Manning to Derek Hagan. Hagan was cut by this team in the offseason, but he got a call because Steve Smith is injured with that pectoral muscle injury. And Hagan back on the squad making plays. All right, 3 possessions later here, it's Michael Vick looking for Jeremy Maclin. It's incomplete on a 3rd and 1. So on 4th and 1, the Eagles are going to go from the 50-yard line.
Why not? Bobble the snap. Here we go. Get it on the perimeter.
LaShawn McCoy. Gone.
A bobble like that, Coach, it freezes the entire defense because they see the ball, they lose focus, and get out of their pursuit angles.
50 yards for the touchdown, and you can see Osi Umenyiora almost knocks it down.
You hear it all the time. It's a game of inches, and that is the inch that they talk about. It's the difference between a win and a loss.
Vick ended up hitting Jason Avant for the 2-point conversion, 24-17. Manning now. And the ball is
Asante Samuel
again. By Asante Samuel again, but wait a minute. He's hit by Ahmad Bradshaw. That's 265 pounds the other way. And Rich Soymore recovers for the Giants.
That's why everybody on the football team has got to know how to put that ball away. 4 points of pressure. Take care of it, Asante Samuel. That was a nice hit to get the ball back.
And the glare from Andy Reid. All right, 4th and 6 now. Manning.
I believe it, Eli.
He's going to find some space.
Geez, nice slide.
He fumbles, though, as he's diving on the ground without being touched, and Darryl Tapp recovers. Tom Coughlin challenged the play, and the ground causes a fumble, but Manning wasn't touched. He didn't slide, so The ruling upheld. McCoy again.
This man's a beast.
Did you see that move, that step, left him right in his jaw? What a move. That quickness is what makes Philadelphia so dangerous, because it's quickness all over the field.
40 yards. It led to a David Akers field goal, and the Eagles rally back, and they beat the Giants 27-17, so they are in first place in the NFC East.
Chicago Bears will take care of Michael Vick, who we'll see on Thursday night on NFL Network, Week 13. Pocket Hercules was questionable all week, but he looked anything but on the opening drive of the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars, down 3-0 against Tom Coughlin's G-Men, who have lost the last 2 games and lost their division lead in the process. Watch the Jaguars just march right down the field. That Jones-Drew run set up Rashad Jennings. The Giants allowed 90 rush yards in the first quarter, their most in 8 years. They're down 10-3 in the second quarter when Eli Manning finds who else but Mario Manningham, but Kevin Boss has called for a hold on the play, so the Giants are making mistakes in the red zone, as they've been doing all the last couple of weeks. They've been having turnover problems, injury problems. The crowd was getting on the Giants early on in this game, especially when you see David Garrard making plays with his feet like this.
Look at this mobility, keeping his head downfield, making things happen. Not only getting the first down, Mooch, you gotta love it.
You gotta love it. He's a big man now. He's a 250-pound quarterback. The Jaguars were 5 of 6 on third down by that point, and then make it 6 of 7 when on third and goal, Garrard runs through half of the Giants' defense to score right before halftime. Oh, my goodness, the Boo Birds were out in the swamps of Jersey. It's 17-6. The Jaguars had 207 rush yards in the game. But in the third quarter, first play of the third quarter, Garrard tip drill right to Terrell Thomas. That led to a Lawrence Tynes field goal because the Giants again faltered with a holding penalty in the red zone. Had to settle for 3. They're down by 8, but it's still just a 1-possession game. And in the fourth quarter, the Giants had that possession. Eli Manning on the plus side of the field to Mario Manningham. Touchdown. One of the healthy wide receivers. They were without 5 wide receivers in this game.
What do you do, Steve, when you're down by 2 at this point?
Probably go for 2.
And they do it with their second-string running back, Ahmad Bradshaw. And Bradshaw pops it in the end zone to tie the game up at 17. But the Jaguars kick a field goal to go up by 3, and Eli Manning is down by 3 with 5 and change to go in this game. On his own side of the field, Mario Manningham, 18-yard completion.
That's the way to make it happen for your quarterback.
Next play, Brandon Jacobs, who had 87 yards rushing in his first start all year, picks up 18 of them here.
He just wanted to start, Rich, that's all.
3 plays later, Eli Manning is blitzed and under pressure. And Eli finds the boss. And for this boss, it's cake.
That's the
end zone.
Easy pickings. Throw it to him because the linebacker blitzed. Here we go, Kevin Boss.
24-20. The Giants have their first lead of the game since being up 3-0. And Eli's fired up. Jaguars last chance. 3rd and 26. Minute 34 to go. Garrard hit. Terrell Thomas picks it up. And Roll is the one who eventually grabs it. And the Giants hang on to win to end their 2-game losing streak because they got things done defensively after halftime.
Meadowlands, a blustery, windy day for the Giants hosting the Donovan McNabb-led Redskins for the first time. And then Brandon Jacobs, he is really taking
Cannot call him the tiptoe burglar anymore. He is running
north and south.
Do it, big fella.
Ever since they reinserted him as the, he was before that too. He was beginning to get his sea legs under him, getting his confidence going, and then Ahmad Bradshaw started fumbling, and then Jacobs is making the most of the starting opportunity.
Sometimes we just need some attention.
That's the Giants' first touchdown on an opening possession of the year. They're up 7-0. Second quarter, it's 14-0, and here's Ahmad Bradshaw. So
I like their 1-2 punch now. If they can continue to do this, pound the ball on the ground, get 197 yards rushing, boy, they can beat anybody if they play like
Bradshaw
that.
had 97 of those yards, his first 1,000-yard rushing season. 21-0, McNabb, all sorts of time on the play.
Run!
And then he sticks around, and then he eventually fumbles it. It was a rough day.
Blow the whistle, helmets off.
Well, Mike Shanahan thought about challenging this, but the replay clearly showed it was a fumble, and his son's like, don't do it.
Don't do it, Dad.
See, that's why you got family. Backing you up, backing your play. Giants' next possession, turning that fumble into points, and who's the one running downhill? That's Brandon Jacobs. Moving to make it move.
That's a big man.
103 yards rushing. Oh, he had fun in borderline taunting there, too. Still lucky he didn't get a call on him. But anyway, and that's Albert Hainsworth, who made the trip.
That's a lot of money over there.
Deactivated illness with his illness.
How can you be sick, but you out there in the freezing cold?
And somebody tell me that there's something we don't know. That's just the honest truth.
Yeah, tweet me.
So the Redskins have fallen, and it seems that they can't get up, certainly within the division. They are now 3 games behind the co-leaders in the East.
Ford Field in Detroit. There it is. Brett Favre, inactive. Street clothes, purple hat, hanging out with Pam Oliver. Look at the purple hand on the right. Unbelievable shoulder injury. And Ziggy Wilf admiring the roof, structural integrity of the roof there at Ford Field. Vikings punted early. Eli Manning looking for Hakeem Nicks. Intercepted by Frank Walker. Return to the Giants' 44-yard line. Eli Manning, the interception issues continue for him. Minnesota's ensuing possession, 3rd and 3. Tavares Jackson looking left for Sidney Rice. Appears to make the catch, but the play was ruled incomplete. Rice wants Leslie Frazier to throw a challenge flag.
But he thinks that he's got it, but you can see the ball is on the ground with his shoulder kind of supporting it from the top. I'm not sure they would have won if he had thrown the challenge flag.
Second quarter, Giants ensuing drive, 3rd and 9 in midfield. Manning to Mario Manningham, another INT, this one by Asher Allen.
It's tough when you look right and then throw left and you don't put the ball in the right spot. Always something bad happens. Obviously, that one's on Eli.
But the Vikings didn't capitalize, so the Giants' next drive go to the ground game, and the ground game was strong tonight. Brandon Jacobs around the left side untouched. The race is on. 73 yards down the left side.
Yeah. You know what's scary is Minnesota doesn't have anybody really. Brandon Jacobs isn't fast. He's an explosive power runner inside, and Minnesota's secondary didn't even come close.
First down, Giants in. 4 plays later. 3rd and goal. It's Brandon Jacobs up the middle, 1-yard touchdown. Defensive offsides. So Giants lead 7-3, and Leslie Frazier, not liking what he sees after leading his team to 2 wins in his first 2 as interim head coach. 2 Giants possessions later, it's Manning to Hakeem Nicks. Now the passing game is going.
Yeah, you know, this secondary, when last year it was vulnerable, but the pass rush covered it up. This year, without the pass rush, it's really vulnerable.
Then Manning looking for his tight end, Kevin Boss, back in the end zone. 1-yard Giant touchdown. The play would be reviewed, but it's confirmed. Touchdown, Giants leading 14-3 at halftime.
Is the stick nod like the only route a tight end runs down in that situation, but it seems to work 90% of the time?
All the time.
All right, interceptions also a part of Tavares Jackson's game tonight. There it is, picked off by Keith Bullock.
Tavares just never got into a flow. And again, when the Vikings can't run the ball, Brett Favre or anybody playing quarterback, the Vikings aren't a successful team.
2:55 left in the third, still 14-3. Ahmad Bradshaw, a little hesitation, ducks through the hole, 48-yard New York Giants score.
Now he's fast. Okay, see, that's a little bit different than Brandon Jacobs going. Although Brandon Jacobs looked pretty good running out in that open field. Now they both get to celebrate on the sidelines. It really doesn't matter who starts. Both of them can clean up.
I like the spike, though. Caught his own spike. Huh? It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's an athlete.
Absolutely. Final score at Ford Field in Detroit. Brett Favre on the sidelines and his Vikings down 21-3. Both Ahmad Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs over 100 yards individually, and Eli Manning, not a great night through the air, but good enough to win.
The NFC East was on the line. Michael Vick,
He's
Andy
good.
Reid. It's like a Mount Rushmore sort of right there. Eli and the Giants have lost 5 in a row to the Eagles. Here we go. Eli, first quarter. It was Dimitri Patterson's birthday in the first quarter.
It's a birthday. We're going to have a party. That birthday means we're going to dedicate this drive. We're going to dedicate the series of plays straight to you.
Mario Manningham, 35-yard touchdown. Second quarter, it's Manningham avoiding the Patterson tackle. That's 2 Manning to Manningham scores, 14-3. Giants on top, while the Eagles were really doing its thing on Michael Vick. Vick to Jeremy Maclin with 16 ticks left. It's ruled a catch and fumble. Kenny Phillips picks it up, takes it inside the 8. Last 2 minutes, Booth buzzes down, placed it as call here.
Yeah. Pretty good call here, dear. Good call. Ball coming up and go. Ball out.
Momentum is wearing a blue jersey. Yeah, so with 9 ticks to go, Manning has enough time to find Hakeem Nicks, 24-3.
I believe in Eli.
The route is on. Coughlin's loving it. Big Blue's loving it. Sticking it to the Eagles with Michael Vick in a game they really needed to do it in. Third quarter, Manning to Manningham. This time, Mario.
No!
Missed the
finally just puts the ball on the turf.
Wow, it was out of bounds.
Recovered by Mike Patterson of the Eagles.
Like he was shooting dice. Okay, like you said, freaky things.
Now Coughlin. So the Eagles, 3 plays after that fumble, turn it into points. Vick to Jeremy Maclin.
Nice play call. Wide open.
First Eagles touchdown of the day, 24-10. Now that's your score in the fourth quarter. Pick things up right on the Eagles' 20. Vick hits Deshaun Jackson, who was held quiet for the first 3 quarters. Jackson now puts the ball on the ground. He's ruled knocked down by contact. So Manning put the ball on the turf to end the game in Philadelphia. But you could see that Goff definitely contacts Deshaun Jackson. But
is the bag a part of the uniform?
But Reed, yeah, sure.
The hand warmer.
Reed doesn't challenge. So the Giants turned that turnover into points. There's Kevin Boss, the boss is the boss in the end zone. That is Manning's 4th touchdown of the day. It's 31-10.
Worm is high-stepping right now.
Yes, through 7.5 minutes to go. Vick to Brent Selleck.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's a 65-yard score, and with 7.5 to go, it's now a 31-17 game at Conference Bubble.
All right, no big deal. Let's keep playing. Keep fighting through it. Ain't what he's saying.
And would you believe they go on sides and the Giants are
that's a gutsy call. He fooled everybody. Why would he fool everybody in a time like this? Great call. You see that on special teams and scouting the opposing team.
2 plays later, Vick from the shotgun.
Houdini or Vick? David Blaine or Vick? Slide! Go ahead first. Okay, we'll take it.
It's Doug Henning. It's the first ever Doug Henning-Michael Vick analogy. And then Vick, 3 plays later.
That's a walk-in. Nice quarterback draw off the power play. Whoa, okay, Tom.
And just like that, it's a 1-score game. 3rd and 8. Eli throwing off his back foot.
Chuck it and duck it.
Giants are done. Coughlin and the Giants are forced to punt. Oh, lots of Coughlin reacts. It's not good. The Eagles get the ball back. 3rd and 10 from the 12. Vick. Oh, my goodness gracious.
He's rolling to his left. We know these things. The yellow line, he know those things.
Now he
can't run.
33-yard gain on 3rd and 10. 2 plays later, right before the 2-minute warning, Vick from the shotgun runs up the gut now. 22 yards right to the red zone.
Do what you do, Mike Vick.
2 plays later, 2nd and 3 from the 13, about 24 to go. Vick to Maclin, makes a move.
That's what he knew.
Was 31-10 with 7.5 to go. It's now 31-all. Giants have the ball back. They have the last chance to have the last laugh, but
get rid of it, Eli.
Manning swarmed under on 3rd and 10. They're forced to punt, but Eagles are out of timeout. Right. Let the clock tick down. Okay. All you got to do is just punt it out of bounds.
Punt it out of bounds.
That's all you have to do.
Well, do it.
Punt it out of bounds.
He said, give it to me if you want to.
But not Dodgers.
High kick. High kick. See, when you drop the punt right here, it breaks everyone in out of their lanes.
And he's down.
What's the quickest way to get home, Rich? Straight to the house.
Would you believe? And then he does this. The time.
Where are you going? Run the clock out.
The clock was run out 5 minutes ago.
He was frozen for the pitches.
What?
See, when you drop the ball, everyone comes in, they get out of their lanes, they lose responsibility, and it's all you make 1 or 2 guys miss, and you can fire up the band.
And there's
didn't I tell you to put this ball out of bounds? Listen to me, boy, didn't I? That's what he was saying.
That's what he was saying, and what the Eagles are saying. It's the latest win with a kick return or a punt return for a touchdown since the Music City Miracle. And look who did it to the Giants just 7 years ago. Brian Westbrook with 1:16 left. This with no time left in a game. The Giants were leading by 21 with 7.5 to go, and that's how the Eagles sweep the Giants.
Going to halftime, it was down 3-24, man. I'm like, man, this is impossible to come back and win. It just shows the hard work and dedication to our guys out here, man. We do a great job. And, I fumbled that ball coming up at first. I just picked it up, and I just seen green light, man. It's beautiful, man.
I'll take full responsibility for the last play. The punter the young punter was told to punt it out of bounds. He got a high snap, didn't feel like he could, and we all learned the hard way again. At that point in the game, with him back there, you don't punt him the ball. It's about as empty as you get to feel in this business right there.
And the Packers playing solid football at home with a playoff implications on the line. Let's take it to Lambeau. Tom Coughlin and the Giants, if they win, they clinch a playoff berth, but Aaron Rodgers back, Prime.
Aaron Rodgers, when he comes back, everything seems as though it falls into place. He's in this rhythm, has full grasp of this offense, knows all the receivers' tendencies. He's a complete quarterback.
Jordy Nelson going 80 yards, his longest reception of his career, put the Packers on top 7-0. Ensuing Giants possession here, and it's Eli Manning looking at Hakeem Nicks, but it is picked off by Tramon Williams, and this was a theme, Coach, for Eli Manning for much of the day.
Yeah, not just much of the day now, much of the season. Now they lead the league in turnovers, and again, here we go.
So the Packers come right back, and Rodgers buy some time. And it's James Jones for a touchdown.
And the vision keeps his head up throughout the entirety of the play, and he makes something happen.
Looked like the Green Bay route was on early, but the Giants have settled down. In the second quarter, it's Eli to Hakeem Nicks. Biggest hands in football. 36 yards for the touchdown.
He's got good speed and size, and Eli out of the pocket makes a nice play.
Charles is really aggressive with him, got over-aggressive, slipped on the play, and when you slip, they dip, you trip, is 6.
It's down now, 14-7. Packers coming back. It's Rodgers to Nelson. Fights for the first down, but Antrell Roll with the strip, and Justin Tuck there for the recovery. So the Giants trying to get right back in it. Manning puts it up top for Mario Manningham, but Tramon Williams can't make the play, and Manningham gone.
Tramon gets turned all the way around. He can't find the ball. But another touchdown, a big play. Get back in the game now, 14-0.
85 yards on that touchdown strike. The Giants' long offensive play this season. Rodgers to Donald Driver. And a big fight coming up after he was dumped into the ground. Terrell Thomas.
Very uncharacteristic of Donald Driver, but he's not taking any junk out there in a game of this magnitude.
Led to a John Kuhn touchdown. Packers on top 21-14. Direct snap to Ahmad Bradshaw. Prime, he's had problems holding on to the football.
That's why Brandon Jacobs resumed the starting position towards the end of the season.
That was his 6th lost fumble of the season. And Rodgers makes a pay to Donald Driver. 33 yards. And on the very next play, it's Aaron Rodgers who has a gun and can let it fly. 37 yards to Greg Jennings, who lays out to the 1-yard line.
That's his deep threat now. He's gotten deep many times this season, and another perfect throw by Aaron Rodgers.
2nd and goal now off the play action. So well with his feet. And he finds Donald Lee for the touchdown. Packers down, up by 2 touchdowns, 31-17. And the Giants with Brandon Jacobs. 21 yards here on first down, but he loses the football after Clay Matthews comes up with the huge strip. There's a scramble, and Nick Collins is able to recover. Now, Tom Coughlin challenged saying the ball went out of bounds, but guys, it stayed in bounds.
It sure did. That's great hustle by all of the Packers, keeping that thing on the field and recovering. That's good hustle and pursuit.
The Giants, because of the challenge, they were out of challenges, so the Packers now first down on their own 27. They ended up going 3 and out. Let's get you now to the fourth quarter on a huge 3rd and 15. It's Rodgers to James Jones. Good ice the game right there.
A few mistakes the receivers made all day, but Aaron Rodgers, he's tough, he's tenacious, he's going to get right back at it.
Eli Manning looking for Derek Hagan, but once again he is picked off. What happened here, Coach?
He'd like to have that one back. The corner sank underneath this. There's no way this should have been thrown whatsoever.
But the Giants are out of challenges here. You just see Shields was out of bounds, so the play is going to stand as a pick. I don't know how that's going to go over in New York. All right, to the ensuing Packers possession. And it's Rodgers on the play action. Give him time, and he will eat you alive. To Greg Jennings for 24 yards.
I like the use of play action. It's maximum protection when you go play action. Gave him all kinds of time.
Another play action pass. Dumps it off to Kuhn. Kuhn gets in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Packers open it up. A 21-point lead, 38-17, and Manning lets it fly to Manningham, but Nick Collins is there. 4 interceptions for Eli Manning. Packers go on to win it 45-17.
in places across the country. The question is, will the Giants make the playoffs? They had their destiny in their own hands last week. All they had to do was beat Green Bay. They couldn't. Now they need to win this game in Washington, D.C. and scoreboard watch with Green Bay playing the Bears at the same time in Green Bay, hoping for a Bears win and hoping for more runs like this by Brandon Jacobs in the second possession of the game that's scoreless in FedEx Field. That led to a field goal, 3-0 Giants. Then Ryan Terrain begins running downhill for Washington. 3-0 Giants. Graham Gano. You can't spell Gano without Gano. Or no.
You got to be kidding me.
Missed the field goal.
Isn't that the same thing that got McNabb benched?
11th miss of the season. Well, I guess they're not evaluating other kickers.
Just saying.
As for Eli Manning, another tipped pass.
That's not
His
Eli's fault.
25th interception of the season, ties a team record. Gave the Redskins great field position right at the end of the first quarter, and then 3 plays after that Manning pick that went off of Manningham's hands. You said not really Eli.
That wasn't Eli.
No, it wasn't
I believe in Eli.
Rex Grossman drops back. Jason Pierre-Paul with the pick.
Nice strip by Osi Umenyiora from the backside.
It's a fumble is really what it was. It was an empty hand as Osi knocked it loose from Rex Grossman, and Pierre-Paul recovers for the Giants. So that Manning pick led to no points, and then here's an Eli Manning to Derek Hagan connection. Eli Manning on the next play to Kevin Boss. Nice grab, one-handed catch. Down to the Redskins, too. We need to see another look at that.
You got to see that. That's a great ball placement.
Back shoulder throw in the seam. Big time throw.
Play from the 2-yard line. Here comes Brandon Jacobs.
Come on, burglar!
That's what they need from him. Power running.
Giants lead 10-0 in a game they must have, and again need a Green Bay win against Chicago at Lambeau, a Chicago win in Green Bay at the same time. But
blocking downfield, read that block.
Williams on the next drive with less than 2 minutes to go for the Redskins, 23 yards down to the Giants. 4-2 plays later. Fred Davis is in the end zone, and Rex Grossman rainbows it into him.
Nice job by Rex keeping that alive, sinking a little bit in the pocket.
And it's a 10-7 Giants lead at half, third quarter. That's your score. Eli Manning deep in his own end finds Manningham running free.
Oh, D-Hall, you cannot take a chance in a situation like this. The game is too tight. Play the play.
92-yard score. Giants up by 10, but we've seen teams come back on the Giants, certainly in division, have we not, in recent days. 3 possessions later, Rex Grossman.
No, he didn't.
Picked by Keith Bullock.
McNabb! Oh, my bad.
Grossman's second turnover didn't cost them anything as the Giants missed a field goal, so it's still just a 10-point Giant lead with the fourth quarter's first play. Another strip of Rex Grossman by Osi Umenyiora. 2 fumbles and an interception on the day for Rex Umenyiora. 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, but they didn't really lead to points because it's still just a 10-point game. Rex over the middle to Terrence Austin for 28 yards. The Giants 17 next play. Grossman finds Santana Moss. Looking for extra yak, extra rack, and instead it's a loose ball. Giants get the 4th fumble recovery of the game. And would you believe it? No points.
No points again.
3 possessions later, Redskins down 10. Rex, first play of the drive, finds Anthony Armstrong. It's a 3-point game.
I've been doing this all year, even when Donovan was playing. He's a big play threat, Armstrong. Good.
Didn't we see this from the Giants secondary a week ago?
Well, we see the Redskins force the Giants to punt. They didn't return it for a touchdown, but they did get the ball back. And, I guess that's the finished evaluation of Rex Grossman as the Giants hold on to win a must-win game, 17-14.